in the southeast?
The issue with Samaripa's extradition. Extradition is bringing Samaripa back into Nigeria. It is complicated. You see, there's something I've said before. There's something we call international politics. Politics that is being played internationally. Local politics you play in Nigeria is different from politics you play outside the country between two countries. And before now, people were assured that Finland will never extradite Samaripa into Nigeria. That assurance was there because they believe that Finland never had anything of sort of a bilateral relations with Nigeria, so it will be impossible. And many people that believe in Simon Ekpa and his autopilot movement, because this man has won the hearts of many Southeasterners. They believe that if you extradite Simon Ekpa from Finland into Nigeria, it is almost over. They feel like all hope is, even as he's been arrested, when we told people that they arrested Simon Ekpa, they say it's a lie. Then when they confirmed it from the sources they believed in that he was arrested, because it took like almost 3 days to 4 days. Some people didn't believe, they were still arguing with you. That shows you the kind of hope Samaripa has given to them. So extraditing Samaripa back to Nigeria is going to cost a lot of things. Let's look at the politics. Now, many of them don't believe that Samaripa can be extradited back to Nigeria. Like many didn't believe that Nnamdi Kanu we have been captured by Malami and the federal government. And the day they brought Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria, it was like, for an average woman that was supporting Nnamdi Kanu, then I supported him. It was one of the worst, the 2 worst times when I felt like all hope is almost lost. It was when they announced me winning the election by 4 a.m. in the morning, because people were anticipating that Peter Obi Labour Party will become president. And that is one side. I'm a partisan person, I'm a human being, not perfect, I have right to support. That does not mean. So the second is Nnamdi Kanu. When you heard that Nnamdi Kanu has been captured and they show his picture that he's in Nigeria, that was the most shocking moment. But it might be even worse with Samaripa. It might be worse because the trouble in Samaripa all cause in quotes. You know, some videos where some people are attacking policemen and soldiers, he will come and claim it. Most of the killings he claimed that he's responsible for the killings made in Nigeria. And the federal government wanted to, even once Nnamdi Kanu was in UK, did not make attempt to extradite Nnamdi Kanu in UK. But this one is in Finland. For federal to be making an attempt to extradite someone in Finland talks about that they might want this guy more than Nnamdi Kanu. They allowed Nnamdi Kanu, they set him up, they brought him to Africa before they now seize him, kidnap him, or arrested him. Whichever language you want to use, because Nigeria, there are many languages you use to explain what we are explaining. So, bringing him into Nigeria will take a lot. Many people might want to commit suicide in the extradite Samaripa, because I've spoken to some people. Somebody said that when he understood that Samaripa was arrested, he could not eat the food that night, could not eat that night. The food wasted. And he has not gotten himself since that time. Tell you the hope people have in this Samaripa. But what people don't know is geopolitics is not about your feelings. Politics, there's no friend in politics. There may be enemies, there are no permanent enemies in politics, no permanent enemies, no permanent friends, they're permanent interests. Everybody is going to politics because of their interests. Nobody, don't let them deceive you. The kind of politics we play in Nigeria is not their interest. Look at what Tinubu is doing in urbanization. Like transportation sector now, he has put Okwefa, Dr. Okwefa, MPC, National Population Commission, 9 posts. You see, we only put other people in some of those board. When I say board, board inside this board. But politics is interest. So his interest is setting up the Yoruba people, setting up the Southwest, his own base, then every other person follow. You understand? So if Finland eventually extradites Samaripa, it will not be surprising. But politics anyway is politics. If Nigeria can be able to compromise and give Finland what it may have asked Nigeria to give them in exchange, look at Hamas and Palestine, and Hamas and Israel. In exchange for one soldier, 40 Palestine. They reached the agreement. I was watching the exchange this morning. I saw almost 2,000 soldiers. Hamas, You know, when you're watching, because I watch CNN and BBC, Al Jazeera. I watch BBC and I don't watch CNN. I know CNN is somehow partisan. I know Al Jazeera will want to support the Hamas, so I watch Al Jazeera to get their own perspective from Hamas, and I know BBC will not want to be in one party or the other. You understand? So I watch BBC and sometimes I watch CNN. I saw the number of soldiers. When you see Israel bombarding the news, Israel kills, you think that Israel will finish Hamas. But I was asking, where did these people come from? More than 1,000 soldiers, oh, they came, they stood in the same small Gaza. They stood. They were even writing banner, abusing, making jest of Israel. In the banner, making jest of all their leaders. 4 against 200. When we make Israel succumb to that level of exchanging those kind of prisoners, tells you a lot about interests, political interests. Nobody will believe that Israel will succumb to that level to exchange one person with 50. They have 82 people. So they are looking at 40 times 80. Almost 40 times 80, suppose maybe 2,000. 2,000 people to 80. Do you know what it is? Do you know the resources that Israel has put into all this? Israel tried to deflate, underground. Almost bomber the building, but they could not get to Hamas, and they could not break Hamas, because what I watched this morning, I would say they could not break Hamas, and they could not get their own hostages. We heard that Hamas in Gaza. So if Finland and Nigeria reach a compromise, don't be surprised, because it's happening in world politics, exchanging one for another. America will say we don't negotiate with terrorists. America is going to Syria. Now terrorists, America now you call the man terrorist though. The person in charge of Syria now former terrorists. America is sending their ambassador to have a relationship with Syria. So there can be compromise anywhere. So don't be surprised if America is back in Nigeria. And for me, I would not love America to be back in Nigeria, because it will create an atmosphere, another kind of chaotic atmosphere. You may think that it may suppress the spirit of the Igbo people. You don't know the Igbo people. The Igbo people, they thrive in Gragra. They live in Gragra. If you have been to the south before, they live in Gragra. They don't care. They like the business oriented people, but when you push them, when Seneca is being brought, then normal social media will say the useless person, let me count himself, is in prison. Now he's learning sit at home. Now that Seneca is coming, we'll add Tuesday. So now 2 days start home, they will do all those bad things, they make people angry, and you see other groups will rise. Even like that, to look at the root problem of what is going on, injustice that is going on in the country today. Because no matter how you do it, you cannot suppress an ideology. Tinubu will come and go. Biafra will still stay. All these Buhari will come. Biafra will die. They will die. They will leave. Biafra will still stay. Biafra is a spirit. You don't subdue a spirit. You appease a spirit. If there's no dialogue of building justice, you understand? Let there be justice and fairness, good governance. Nobody will ask him want to leave Nigeria. Whenever there's injustice, and we are using that injustice to brag. What can you do? We are committing injustice, so what can you do? Nobody wants to back down. Even someone that is weak, we want to fight for his right, not agitate. So Seneca should not, I believe Nigeria want to waste resources in bringing back Seneca into Nigeria. But what about, I've said it, you think that Uzabila is not supporting Biafra? You think so? Or Okorocha or Umahi? When the time reach, you know politician and politician. When the time reach, you understand that these people, they support Biafra more than you think. Just that they are pulling politics with it. So don't think that you can stop the Biafra movement just by all this. Okay, when they brought down Nnamdi Kanu, did we stop? They never knew that somebody like Seneca is going to rise up. When they arrested Seneca, have you listened to Arabizi? Yeah. That one, the way they talk. The way they talk. Well, I believe that whatever happens, the government should look at the root problem, because if you look at the north, you have Akud, new terrorist group, Lakurawa, another new terrorist group. Meaning you come and say you have decimated, you have done this, you have done that, we are able to do this. You have killed Bello Tuji deputy. Yet these groups are rising up day by day. You cannot win the war with force on ideology. There's a way we win that war. If Nigeria want to continue like this, I don't think they can find peace in the near future.
Thank you very much.